What's up, losers? Got a game for you again. This is Opex, aka Glock 19, which is clearly a name of one of my guns. Anyways, today I'm playing against Trunder. Trunder, the blue undead on the top, versus me, Opex, aka Glock 19, the human on the bottom. Teal human. What's going to happen here? I don't know. Actually, I do, because I did play this game like yesterday. Yeah, I think I played this game yesterday. So here we go. We got. I'm gonna speed this up because ain't shit going on. It looks like no early graveyard, no delay of his death knight. Pretty typical build. We're gonna speed this up until the hero does come out. Scouting over here just to make sure that there is no close spawn, and of course there is no close spawn. So instead of going Archmage, that's actually something I didn't remember, I actually go Mountain King first. If you ever see me go Mountain King first, that is because, well, I'm going up against an undead. So it looks like I'm going straight into creeping, which is very typical. I want to get level 3 as quickly as possible, maybe set up an expansion. That's typical what you believe of the typical scenario of human versus undead. Sending back low hit point units. I don't want to take much damage on my footman or my MK, because if I do take a lot of damage on my footman or Mountain King, then that Death Knight will have a much easier time messing with me. So I gotta have full hit points on those units. That's why I let those militia tank. Obviously you switch out your damaged peasants into the mine. Trying to get level 2. Level 2 should easily be coming right from here. Right after this giant sea turtle goes down, the Death Knight over here off to the top gets a unimportant item, Slippers of Agility. Trying to get level 2 as well, so he's going to creep out his camp over here. Fast enough tech with ghouls, so it doesn't look like a graveyard opening. And it looks like, I'm not sure exactly what's going on here. I think I'm just going to creep this out. I am pulling militia, but his scout over here sees that I was trying to do something down here. So that's not good, and it sees that I'm pulling militia. So most humans right now would have kept going with that and said, well, screw it, we gotta do this. But I send my militia back, and I end up trying to do this giant sea turtle creep camp instead. It's much safer. Just in case that Death Knight shows up, I'd much rather be ganked here than ganked here with militia and they all die. I haven't seen him yet. He hasn't scouted me, I haven't scouted him, but it looks like he's going for this, and I had that right of way to do it, and I still don't see that Death Knight, so I am pulling my militia. At this point, I assume he's a little bit newbie, even though I do remember statting him, and he was like a 70% player or so.
Ready for action. Ready to work.
So I'm going quickly after that Troll Warlord and the Troll Berserkers. You don't really take down the Ogre Warriors. They do the least amount of damage and they're the most tanky, minus obviously that Overlord. What item do I get? I get the Stormwind, the Horn of Stormwind. The intelligence is much better. Still no Death Knight showing up. He just finishes off this creep camp, close to level 3, so I assume he's going to try to get level 3 at this point. Going quickly for the Arcane Vault because I need to heal up as soon as possible, and obviously if that Death Knight shows up, I'm in deep shit. It looks like I'm researching Defend. Opponent almost done with his Halls of the Dead. He does get his Graveyard, so he is going to either transition to Fiends, or he is going for a Slaughterhouse, or something like that. Selling a couple items, healing up. Definitely plenty of, yeah, I was about to say plenty of resources for this. I should be still getting more peasants. It looks like I am going for another a couple towers in my main, which is very important. I have tons of towers. This is what you do in this scenario. I hate when people go, why do you have so many towers? Well, those towers are actually very important to ward off this onslaught of level 3 Death Knight. Alright, so here we go. Death Knight shows up. I'd like to Stormbolt something, but my MK was so behind, and my reaction time wasn't fast enough. But I end up taking that unit. He tried. It looks like he turned to try to Death Coil, but is backing off because I do have a superior army, and I am level 3 just like he is. So the level 2 Stormbolts do actually a lot of damage, and you can lose all your ghouls, or you can lose your hero with a nice surround. Alright, so he is spotting me, and I know he spotted me, and if you didn't notice earlier, there was a tome over here. I think it was intelligence. I think I picked that up. That's why I have so much mana for a level 3 Mountain King without any help with items. Looks like I am going to wait for daytime so I can get the invulnerability and stuff of that nature, you know, those good items. Towers going up. Still no tech for me, so I am playing this rather safe.
Ready to work. Job's done.
I definitely can't have that Death Knight showing up at my expansion if I'm not there.
Job's done. Job's done. Job's done. Upgrade.
Death Knight now with his Lich. Decent amount of items here. I really shouldn't be engaging here, but I'm ballsy. Going after that Death Knight. Trying to finish the surround, but there's too many ghouls there. Could expect another Stormbolt. Did I get that? Okay, I do have Boots of Speed because I definitely needed it. Nice bash prop. End up going after that Lich instead. A lot of low hit point units. Nice surround. Finishing off with my top over here. Storm bolts it to death, so I'm losing all my units here. Almost all my units, just so I can get some more Stormbolt action here. I almost have enough for another Stormbolt coming up here soon, and he does see my mana, and he knows that he needs to retreat. Barely saves my footman over there. At this point, I do have my resources to tech, and I am teching. So I'm teching at my expansion. And the opponent here, Trunder, his name, sticking with this ghoul strategy, should be popping out his Lich. Well, if he decides to get his Lich back, that is. He knows that, well, he doesn't know. He thinks that I'm not secure here. I'm going another 3 towers here just to make sure that my main is dealt with.
Job's done.
Can't have an undead running wild in any of your bases, especially if he's going to tier 3, and I expect something like that because his amount of ghouls. So I have enough for 2 more bolts, and I'm losing my units here, so this is a really bad fight for me, but I keep that Death Knight at bay. He doesn't have a TP, so he knows he needs to back off. And another Stormbolt comes in. He is literally blocking me where I cannot hit him.
Research complete.
So he takes that another hit, and then he was able to get that healing salve done on him. Alright, those guard towers are now up, so my base is now secured. And
Our town is under siege.
he can get that scout farm, no problem. Is his Lich out yet? Probably didn't realize that he forgot to get his Lich back. 1 masonry upgrade. Tier 2 is almost complete. Alright, not much to commentate about here because the undead looks very confused on what to do in this scenario. He knows this has to be well guarded. And with that being well guarded, he pretty much needs to level up or something along those lines, and he can definitely do so. And I think he's been wasting his time at this point, leveling up and stuff.
Upgrade complete.
Or not leveling up, sorry. Alright, so it looks like I have an Invuln, I have Potion of Healing, I really have this Mountain King stacked where he can do a lot of damage. And I'm throwing my Footman back in my base and venturing out with my Mountain King. See what kind of shenanigans I can get into. I think I'm checking right now for expansions, things of that nature. And I'm taking the long way to his base. Maybe go after some acolytes. Because that Stormbolt is one-shot kill. And I think I remember. Alright, so potion to avoid the slow and I can get back there in time. Now I think I did that. I hit it once and then used the Stormbolt because I was thinking of Paladin. Because I usually do this with the Paladin.
Job's done.
Yeah, that one shot and then bolt. Because with the Paladin you need to one shot and then heal level to it. Alright, so I'm taking down some of his acolytes. He is tier 2 without wagons. So he thinks he's going to do some damage here. He's in a very bad situation if he thinks he's going to do a lot of damage here with ghouls.
Our forces are under attack.
So he has to back off. I'm still killing these acolytes. He does retrain one of them, but I am using my teleport to get out of this one.
Job's done.
It looks like I have Griffin Aviaries waiting here. So it looks like I am going Griffins. Obviously they counter ghouls pretty well. Statues, I mean, in terms of, you know, when they go into destroyers, not so well. But now that, obviously if I did not get those 3 towers up and I just left these 3 towers, I'd be in some big trouble here. Because these 3 towers wouldn't have been enough. But these ghouls, they're going to drop like flies. I'm definitely gotta, I don't know why he wants to take damage, arcane damage on his Death Knight. But fine by me. Alright, so he knows where I am right now.
Upgrade complete.
Looks like I'm invisible. Invisible. And I got a staff this time. So he's losing all his ghouls, which is really stupid. He does have all his acolytes now. Sending more ghouls down here because he knows he's running out of ghouls. In fact, he has 2 ghouls left down here from like the 8 that he had or whatever. So to take down an altar and a farm, he lost everything. And here I am back here. Again with that one-shot thing. I swear, it took me a little bit to realize that the Stormbolt was enough because 225, but your Stormbolt level 2 it does 225. 220, 225, so 5 damage overkill. I think I'm going to realize that right now, actually, when I go to Stormbolt something else. Obviously, you don't want to Stormbolt that one. And I realized it right there. I was like, oh, fuck, I'm thinking of a Paladin. Alright, so that Death Coil does come in, perhaps a Nova at some point. Should be staffing out of here, but sometimes I can noob it up. I'm waiting for that Stormbolt, and I realize, oh, at 2 hit points. Did you see that? I couldn't believe it. You know, because at this point, I think I was playing on W3 Arena. Stuck back here, have to go out this way. So I was thinking about W3 Arena, where there is no lag delay, but I am playing on BattleNet Ladder, so there is a little bit of a delay. So when I went to Town Portal, it still waited a good second. Alright, just getting my first few Griffin Riders, and my transition to Knights. Knights and Griffins. Very powerful against Undead. He is trying to go to Tier 3, and he has no gold. He has nothing. So he's still sticking with this ghoul build, and he doesn't have gold for anything. But he is getting his hero stronger, level 2, level 4, not too strong. But I am going solo Mountain King, it looks like, obviously. So, and obviously, every time I go over here, he sees me. And I know that he sees me. But obviously, I'm just going to keep pumping up my units at this point. I did break upkeep. And I don't have to rebuild anything because I am tier 3. So, and if I am going solo Mountain King, I didn't have to rebuild anything. So, here we go. I think I killed that footman just to make room. So I do see this. And he might have... Yeah, he used one of those acolytes to build that. And then took that acolyte back to his mine so he can get some mining done. Which he is tier 3 now, and he's definitely got acolytes. His Death Knight's back here, and I see his Death Knight back here because he doesn't want any more of his acolytes to be done. He did see me, and he saw that I went invisible. Tier 3 on the Lich. Me being invisible, I'm trying to wait until that Death Knight's far enough away, and here I go. So I'm not slowed. I used the invulnerability right away. So I can catch up. Bang. Not sure what's going on there, why I was attacking that thing. But I definitely could staff away at this point. I'm not sure why I'm not. I think I'm just trying to get one more Storm Bolt and then staff. I actually used my TP, which is well worth it for me. So in the meanwhile, I had my Griffins take down this over here. Not sure why there's an Acolyte here that I didn't attack. Checking over here, making sure he didn't put up another expansion, because that would be really bad. Now I'm noticing that I'm getting close to level 5, and level 5 is that crucial mark, so I'm going to go creep a little bit, make sure I do get my level 5, while that Lich is not even level 4 yet. Death Knight back here, making sure I don't fuck up his acolytes. Slippers of Agility, I can leave that there. There's no real need for it. Breaking into high upkeep at this point, because I know this is a one game. With my Griffins out in the air, he needs like gargoyles and fiends. Fiends wouldn't be enough, that's for sure. He would need gargoyles and fast. And that's looking like what he's doing. He's grabbing those gargoyles. He's like, he saw all the Griffins I had, so he's like, oh fuck. He has all these Griffins. He's been running on 2 bases, and for a long time I was only running on 2 acolytes. So, it's quite a big difference in gold. So that's why I knew it was easily time to break upkeep into high upkeep. And I should be getting, yeah, there we go. There's our farms. Definitely want to get level 5, so that's why I'm doing this. Get my level 5, more intelligence, almost 400 mana. That's more than 5 bolts. That's good game. Level 5 with 400 mana, that's GG. With all these, and I just used my roar to pick up something. So I used my roar already, which gives plus 16 on all my Griffins, which already has 2/2 upgrades. And I'm still pumping Knights, which, as you can see, I have 3 Knights with me right now and a bunch of Griffins. I gotta take down these towers. Of course, he's getting really pissed and nervous and has to wait. Basically, keep me at bay until he has enough gargoyles to be able to handle this. But the one thing that you gotta realize is Griffins have splash damage. And with splash damage, actually, gargoyles aren't that powerful. Use 1 bolt to get rid of 1 acolyte. So again, I'm going after this main. Saw the gargoyles coming at me again, so I need to back up my Griffins, but I do want to take down that main. Main's down. Back off my gargoyles, my Griffins, and then focus the gargoyles. And as you can see, I still have a full group over here. So far, not 1 Griffin went down. Maybe 1. No, because this was the one that almost went down. So my group never went down. I do get my avatar, and I do get my level 5 Stormbolt, and I do get my Death Knight kill. Very easy. Very easy. So I do actually have games where I beat some like 70% players, and I don't know why I didn't save them. This is one of those. And now he looked really bad, and he only had like, I think he was like a 60% player, this guy, 60, 70% player. After I statsed him, he was, 20 and 10 or something. And then I think he had like 60, he was like a 65% player, but solo he was like 20 and 10 at the time. Alright, thanks for watching, and I got plenty more content. And if you have any games that you want to see being casted, let me know, because there might be Opex casting it. Be easy, nerds. Be easy.